Welcome back, folks. It's, of course, Cape Rugby TV. We carry on talking about club rugby. And, of course, for those of you that have just joined us, well, the big news is now that clubs are allowed to be training again. But, of course, behind the scenes, we know that a lot of clubs have, of course, been active with their members. Jono van Walt, False Bay head coach, joins me back on the line. Jono, nice to have you back. How are things there?
How's it, JP? Thanks for having me again, man. It's lekker.
Yeah, no, it's always good to catch up with you. We know that you guys are staying busy and staying active. 18 months of making sure that the members are continuously engaged with. And I think from our side, it's been one of the one of the great ways to find out what guys are up to. So, of course, you guys have been doing that. Just a quick recap: 18 months, not the fixtures now, but the 18 months you've been staying engaged with the members.
Yes, JP, we were actually just talking about it last week. We've been going for 17, 18 months, pretty much non-stop, barring the hard lockdowns, and we found ourselves in another 2 to 4 week lockdown, which the first 2 weeks went very slowly, and the next 2 weeks went quickly. But it's opened up again, and our guys are back, and we're in the forest, we're on the beach, we're in the road, we're running, we're keeping active. We might not necessarily have rugby balls in our hands just yet, but we're certainly making sure that we're fit and healthy. And that should rugby return at any point in time, be it this year or next year, then we'll just make sure that mentally and physically we're basically ready to play.
But Jono, you've also adopted the approach that that keeping the club active is important for your membership. It's you've adopted the approach that it's more than just game time, that you have to be able to be there for your members.
Yes, JP, again, we must ask yourself, what is a rugby club, and what is a rugby club to us, or to you as a player, to you as an administrator, to you as a coach, to you as a club and to a committee member. You must understand that all of us love to come there because it's a community. We love bringing our friends, family and kids there. So it's not just about playing rugby, playing in a league, winning competitions or not, or trying to just do rugby all of the time. It's a place where we can play touch, where we can get fit, where we can bring your kids, your dogs on, whatever the case may be. But we must keep it moving, because without our players, without the club members, there is no club. We might as well just shut our doors and carry on with our own lives. So it's very important for us, especially as coaches and administrators of our clubs, to keep our members fully engaged and active and keep them connected.
And is that, I mean, obviously it is, but have you been able to, we know that when we talk about being active, you haven't only done field activities, you've done other external gym activities, you've done social media activities. How important is that for your sponsors?
For sponsors, it's extremely important, because a lot of sponsors, of course, they want to see you playing rugby, they want to see their name and their brand out there, but it's just as important to see that if you're a club that connects with its community, if you're looking after not just your members, but members' families and friends and everyone else, and again, living a fit and healthy lifestyle is extremely important, especially if you get ill, so that you can fight whatever viruses that we have at the present.
We've got different divisions at False Bay. Of course, now the announcement is out. You guys are allowed to train again. You've got seniors, juniors, women's rugby, quite a few different segments there.
JP, again, we're very blessed, and with that comes its own challenges, because as you know, we'll have a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth team, under 20s, A's, B's, a women's side and a jocks and a croc side as well. So it's many members there, which does come with its own set of challenges, mainly field space, because there's so many teams with very little field, and we have to get very inventive, and we have to think out of the box in terms of what we do. Do we take guys to a gym off-site? Do we take guys into the forest, on the beach, wherever the case may be? Because we also do know that nobody has money in this day and age to keep it going. So, but you must make do with the resources you have, and if you have very little or no money, you must still make a plan to make sure that you can keep fit and healthy.
So how do you do that, Jono? I mean, it's easy to say it, or should we say the old expression, easier said than done, and a lot of people will be watching the show right now and saying that, and saying easier said than done. But you seem to have a management team around your group that you're able to communicate and plan with.
JP, it is so easy to be negative, and believe me, in our own club, we do have some negative people. We have some people that said we should have closed our doors for the last 2 years and just open up whenever. But unfortunately, I don't think many clubs will be able to reopen their doors. And if they do, they will struggle with members and with club rugby players. And it will take them a long time to get a first, second, thirds and under 20s team going if they remain dormant and closed. What we have to do is again, if gyms are closed, there's no kind of effort getting a WhatsApp group going, making sure that you can meet at a certain place to go and train, to go and run. You don't have to be all on top of each other. You can do it in groups. You can go in groups of 4 or 5, forwards, backs. Make sure that you're training. You can get to the beach. You can get to the forest or the field. There's so many ways, body weight exercises, movements, and stuff that one can do. You just need to put in the time and the effort and make sure that you build that type of a culture.
So do you guys just know your players and members really well, or do you survey them and ask them, okay, do you want to go for a run or do you want to go play tennis?
Again, JP, I think you just it starts somewhere. And where does it start? It starts with players, and it starts with them wanting to train because they want to be fit and they want to be healthy. Guys definitely see a change in their body, and they see a change in themselves when they're fit and they're healthy. And that starts to rub off on one another, and the environment becomes very competitive. So when guys start to see that they want to be better, faster, quicker, even the props, believe it or not, they do want to be a little bit quicker and get around a little bit more. They like to lose a little bit of that body fat. And by having like-minded individuals around them, it just pushes them. We all have to go to work. We all have families, etc., etc. But the common thing is we're there because we all love rugby. And at the same time, we just enjoy the banter and being around each other.
So have you guys now that the announcement has been made, going forward, have you guys got a training schedule? This is my last question. So do the guys now, have you notified them training Tuesdays, Fridays, whatever? Is there a schedule for them now?
Correct, yes. We will resume with field sessions for our second, third and reserve league teams, as well as under 20s and ladies, on a Tuesday and Thursday evening from 6:15 till 8 o'clock. And our first team squad will be training in the gym on a Tuesday night, and we will return to the field with some fitness and some skills on a Thursday. And if we're allowed to play friendlies, then we'll have a look at that. If not, we will just stay fit until such time as we feel the need. We just feel that, we've gone 17, 18 months. Why should we stop? Because we've gained so much momentum. And if it takes us into the new year and we play rugby, you must remember COVID and the situation isn't going to go away. So the quicker we get used to living with it and its protocols and everything that comes with it, the better off that we're going to be. So we just believe that our thought process is we always walk the walk, talk the talk, as we say. So that's what we will do. So we will continue to, and remain to try and be as fit as we can.
Jono van der Walt, still, it is fantastic to chat with you. And as you guys have always said, too much gees. Clearly, this is still the problem at False Bay. You have too much gees.
Again, JP, sometimes you have to find something to be positive about. And one thing that False Bay does have in abundance is gees. And if that's one thing that carries us through some of the tough times, well, then we'll ride that wave as long as we can.
That's fantastic, Jono. We'll catch up with you guys soon.
Lekker, thanks, JP.
There we go, folks. Jono van der Walt. Yes, False Bay, too much gees. We think that is absolutely fantastic. And the fact that they, of course, are allowed to train again, get guys around on the park, on the field, and do so under these very strict regulations, and that is really fantastic. Is looking to see how the clubs are now connecting to their members, finding all these different creative ways. And if you speak to Jono, he'll tell you about many things that they do off the field to make sure that their members stay connected. This is exactly what we like to see in our club rugby space. And I see people are smiling again, and that's what we want. We want people smiling. And that's the joy that rugby can bring, specifically club rugby. We'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we carry on talking about club rugby. Back in a sec.